Hey folks, Jason here. Today, we're diving into the 7 signs that your engine might have a serious problem. Pay attention because catching these early can save you a lot of money and headaches down the road. Now, I've been working on cars for over 50 years and let me tell you, engines talk. They don't use words, but they give you plenty of signals when something's going wrong. Ignoring these signals is like ignoring a toothache. It's only going to get worse and cost you a heck of a lot more in the long run, so grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable because I'm about to share some knowledge that could save your car's life and your wallet. We're not talking about little quirks here, we're talking about serious red flags that your engine is waving, trying to get your attention before it decides to take an early retirement, usually at the worst possible time, like when you're miles from home or late for something important. These aren't just, oh, that's a funny noise kind of things. These are the, oh, I better get this checked out pronto kind of things. Think of your engine as the heart of your car. If the heart's in trouble, the whole system is in trouble. So, we're going to go through these 7 crucial signs one by one. I'll explain what they mean, why they're happening, and why you absolutely cannot afford to ignore them. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to car maintenance. The more you know, the less likely you are to get ripped off by some unscrupulous mechanic, and the more likely you are to keep your car running smoothly for years to come. Let's get started and save you some serious cash. Alright, first up, let's talk about noises. Your engine makes a certain hum, a purr when it's happy, but when it starts making sounds that are out of the ordinary, that's your first big clue. I'm talking about knocking, like someone's trapped in there with a tiny hammer. Or maybe it's a pinging sound, especially when you accelerate, like a bunch of tiny marbles rattling around. You might hear a loud squeal, or a deep rumble that wasn't there yesterday. These aren't just your car developing a new personality, these are cries for help. Don't just turn up the radio and hope it goes away because it won't. That knocking could be rod knock, which is serious internal damage. That pinging could be detonation, bad for your pistons. These sounds are your engine's way of saying, hey, something's wrong in here. It could be something as simple as a loose belt, or it could be something as catastrophic as failing bearings or a problem with your valve train. The key is to listen. Get to know what your car normally sounds like, so when it starts singing a different, uglier tune, you'll notice it right away. If you hear a sudden loud pop or bang followed by a loss of power, pull over immediately. That could be a backfire or something even worse. Ignoring these auditory warnings is just asking for a much bigger and much more expensive repair bill down the line. Trust your ears, they're good diagnostic tools. Next on the list, and this one's a visual cue, oil leaks. Now, a tiny bit of seepage on an older car might be, well, expected, but we're talking about noticeable spots on your driveway or garage floor. If you pull out of your parking spot and see a fresh dark puddle staring back at you, that's not a good sign. Oil is the lifeblood of your engine. It lubricates all those moving parts, keeps things cool, and prevents them from grinding themselves into oblivion. If it's leaking out, your engine isn't getting the protection it needs, and that's a recipe for disaster, a very expensive disaster. These leaks can come from a variety of places. It could be a worn-out gasket like the valve cover gasket or the oil pan gasket. It could be a failing seal like the crankshaft seal or camshaft seal. Sometimes it's even a cracked oil pan from hitting a big pothole or debris on the road. Don't just keep topping off the oil and hoping for the best. Find the source of the leak. A small leak can turn into a big leak very quickly, and if your engine runs too low on oil, it can seize up completely. And let me tell you, replacing a seized engine is one of the most expensive repairs you can face, so keep an eye under your car, it's telling you a story. Alright, sign number 3, your car just doesn't feel right anymore. It's lost its get up and go. You press the accelerator and it's sluggish, hesitates, or just doesn't have the power it used to. Maybe you're trying to climb a hill that it used to tackle with ease, and now it's struggling, gasping for air like an old man climbing stairs. This decrease in engine performance is a classic sign that something's amiss under the hood. It's not just your imagination, and it's not just the car getting old gracefully. It's a symptom of an underlying problem that needs attention. This loss of power can be caused by a whole host of issues. It could be a clogged fuel filter, preventing enough gas from reaching the engine. It might be worn-out spark plugs that aren't firing properly. You could have a problem with your ignition system, or maybe a sensor is on the fritz, like the mass airflow sensor or an oxygen sensor, feeding the engine's computer bad information. It could even be something more serious like low compression in one or more cylinders, which points to internal engine wear. Don't just try to drive it harder, that'll only make things worse. If your car feels like it's dragging an anchor, get it checked out. Ah, the infamous check engine light, that little amber icon on your dashboard that so many people try to ignore. Let me be crystal clear, do not ignore the check engine light. I know, it can be annoying, it comes on and you're thinking, oh great, what now? But that light is your car's computer telling you, hey, I've detected a problem and you need to look into it. It's not there just to ruin your day, it's there to save you from bigger problems and bigger bills. It's a sophisticated early warning system, so use it. The check engine light can illuminate for a huge range of reasons, from something as simple as a loose gas cap, yes really, to something as serious as a failing catalytic converter or a misfiring engine. The only way to know for sure what's causing it is to get the codes read. Most auto parts stores will do this for free, or you can buy a cheap OBD2 scanner yourself. Once you have the code, you can start to diagnose the problem. Ignoring it can lead to reduced fuel economy, increased emissions, and in some cases severe damage to expensive components like that catalytic converter I just mentioned, which can cost thousands to replace. So when that light comes on, don't stick a piece of black tape over it, get it diagnosed. Now, let's talk about what's coming out of your tailpipe. A little bit of thin, white vapor on a cold morning is normal, that's just condensation. But if you're seeing excessive amounts of smoke or smoke of a particular color, that's your engine sending up smoke signals of distress. Pay attention to the color because it can tell you a lot about what's going wrong inside that metal beast. If you see thick blue or grayish smoke, especially during acceleration, that's usually a sign that your engine is burning oil. This could be due to worn piston rings, bad valve seals, or a problem with the PCV system. If you're seeing persistent thick white smoke that smells kind of sweet, that's a bad one. That often means you've got a blown head gasket or even a cracked cylinder head or block, and coolant is leaking into the combustion chambers. That's a major repair, folks. And if you see black smoke, that typically indicates your engine is burning too much fuel, running rich. This could be due to a faulty fuel injector, a bad sensor, or a clogged air filter. None of these smoke signals are good. They all mean your engine isn't healthy, and it's polluting more than it should. Not to mention heading for a bigger breakdown if you don't address the root cause. Keeping your cool is crucial, not just for you but for your engine too. So, sign number 6 is all about engine temperature. Your dashboard has a temperature gauge or at least a warning light for a reason. If you see that needle climbing into the red zone, or the high temperature warning light comes on, you need to act fast. An overheating engine can cause catastrophic damage in a very short amount of time. We're talking warped cylinder heads, blown head gaskets, and even a completely seized engine. These are repairs that can easily cost you thousands of dollars, sometimes more than the car is even worth. Overheating can be caused by a number of things. You might be low on coolant due to a leak in the radiator, a hose, or the water pump. Your thermostat might be stuck closed, preventing coolant from circulating. The cooling fan might not be working, or your radiator could be clogged with debris or internal corrosion. Don't ever try to just make it home if your engine is seriously overheating. Pull over as soon as it's safe, turn off the engine and let it cool down. Then, try to figure out what's wrong or get it towed. Ignoring an overheating engine is like playing Russian roulette with your car's life. It's a gamble you're almost certain to lose. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about an engine that just gives up the ghost frequent stalling. If your car is stalling out on you, whether it's at a stoplight, while you're idling, or even worse, while you're driving, that's a serious problem and a major safety hazard. It's not just an inconvenience, it's a clear indication that something is fundamentally wrong with how your engine is running, or not running, as the case may be. You can't just keep restarting it and hoping it'll fix itself, because it's a symptom of a deeper issue that needs a proper diagnosis and repair. Stalling can be caused by a wide array of problems. It could be an issue with the fuel system, like a clogged fuel filter or a failing fuel pump not delivering enough gas. It might be an electrical problem like a bad sensor, crankshaft position sensor is a common culprit here, a faulty ignition coil, or even a problem with the car's computer. Vacuum leaks can also cause stalling by messing up the air-fuel mixture. Sometimes it's related to the transmission, especially in automatic cars, if the torque converter isn't disengaging properly. Whatever the cause, frequent stalling means your car is unreliable and potentially unsafe. It's definitely time for a thorough inspection by someone who knows what they're looking for. So there you have it, folks. Keep an eye out for these signs and you'll be able to catch engine problems before they become catastrophic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more car tips and tricks. This is Jason. See you next time. Remember, your car is always communicating with you. Those strange noises, those drips on the pavement, that pesky light on the dash, they're all part of its language. Learning to understand these signals is the key to proactive maintenance, and proactive maintenance is the key to avoiding those massive repair bills that can drain your bank account faster than a gas guzzler on a joyride. Taking care of your engine isn't just about saving money, it's about reliability and peace of mind. You want a car that starts every time, gets you where you need to go safely, and doesn't leave you stranded on the side of the road. By paying attention to these 7 warning signs, you're investing in your car's longevity and your own sanity. A little bit of vigilance goes a long way in the world of automotive care. Don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty or to ask questions. The more you know, the better off you'll be. So go out there, listen to your car, look under the hood once in a while, and don't ignore the warnings. It's your money, your car, and your safety on the line. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you keep your ride running smooth for many miles to come. Drive smart and drive safe, everyone.